Hey guys, in this video, you will be learning how to install Ubuntu OS through VirtualBox.
So, history of Ubuntu. Ubuntu was officially announced by South African entrepreneur Mark Shuttleworth on October 20, 2004. It was released with the goal of providing an easy-to-use Linux distribution that would be accessible to everyone, regardless of their technical expertise. The name Ubuntu is derived from the Southern African philosophy meaning humanity towards others, or I am what I am because of who we all are. This philosophy is reflected in the Ubuntu's commitment to free and open source software and its community-driven development model. Ubuntu follows a strict release schedule, with new versions typically being released every 6 months. Each release is given a version number based on the year and month of its release. For example, Ubuntu 4.10 is released on October 2004, was the first version. And in 2011, Ubuntu introduced the Unity desktop environment, replacing GNOME as the default user interface. Unity was designed to provide a more streamlined and user-friendly experience, particularly for users of soft touchscreen devices. However, Unity was later abandoned in favor of GNOME Shell in 2017.
I'll continue to talk about the history of Ubuntu. Now, Ubuntu's expansion beyond desktop. Ubuntu expanded beyond the desktop environment to support servers, cloud computing, and IoT devices. For support servers and cloud computing, Ubuntu Server became a popular choice, while Ubuntu Core was developed specifically for IoT devices. Example of IoT devices are mga smart devices like smartwatches, mga security cameras, mga long-term support releases or LTS releases. Every 2 years, Ubuntu releases a long-term support version which receives updates and support for 5 years. LTS releases are particularly popular for enterprise and server use due to their stability and long-term support. Now, if mga ka, what is the difference between sa long-term support o sa non-long-term support? So, sa long-term support, it releases updates every 2 years compared to sa non, which is 6 months. Yeah. Ang concept sa long-term support is that it provides stability and long-term support sa mga enterprises, mga servers, which may ganahan nila compared sa non-LTS. Next is Snap Packages. Ubuntu introduced Snap Packages, a universal packaging format, in 2016. Snap Packages allow developers to distribute their software with all its dependencies bundled together, making it easier to install and update software across different Linux distributions. So, ang kaning Snap Packages, it is designed to be self-contained and isolated from the rest of the system, which helps prevent conflicts with other software and helps ensure that the applications mo run reliably. They also include features like mga automatic updates and rollback capabilities, which allows users to easily maintain and manage their software installations. Now, Snap Packages is also created by it was made by Canonical, which is also develop and maintain Ubuntu. Sila gatabang sa sila. It is a UK-based company funded by Mark Shuttleworth, ang creator sa Ubuntu. Canonical provides commercial support and services for Ubuntu as well as contributing to its development. So, ang Canonical siya, helps siya contribute sa development sa Ubuntu other than sa community o sa company itself. So, yeah, that's all.
The system requirements for Ubuntu Desktop Edition is at least 3 GHz of dual-core processor, 4 GB of RAM, and a 25 GB of hard drive space or any external drive. And also, a video graphics capable of 1024 by 768 screen resolution and a USB port for installer media.
VirtualBox is a cross-platform virtualization software that allows users to extend their existing computer to run multiple operating systems at the same time. Let's begin. first, open any browser that you have. In my case, I am using Opera. Then, search www.virtualbox.org and then click on the first link that you will see. Next, click on the download VirtualBox 7.0 button. This will redirect you to the page wherein you could choose a specific host depending on the current operating system your computer is running on. In my case, I'll click on Windows and the file will automatically download. So after it is downloaded, open the file and then click yes to allow changes to your device. And then we will be greeted with this welcome window. Let's just click next. And then choose the folder wherein you want VirtualBox to be installed on by clicking on this browse button. So I'm not going to change the location. And we can also choose custom features to be installed, but in our case, we'll leave it as it is and just click on next. Then just click yes, and then click install. So let's wait for it to be finished. So Oracle via VirtualBox installation is complete, and then click finish and our VirtualBox will automatically launch.
So after downloading VirtualBox, we will now go to download Ubuntu OS. So first of all, we need to visit ubuntu.com and then click Get Ubuntu and download Ubuntu Desktop. From here, you need to click download to 24.04 LTS and wait for it to be downloaded.
After downloading our Ubuntu desktop, we will gonna open the VirtualBox Manager and then press the new button. After pressing the new button, we're gonna see an interface. No? It will let us decide what we will gonna choose for our description. Now, in my case, I will gonna name it as Ubuntu 24, and then I will gonna choose the ISO image or the desktop icon from my downloaded Ubuntu desktop icon. Now, next is I'm gonna press the skip unattended installation so that it can be installed manually. The next thing we're gonna see is that the virtual machine will let us allocate the base memory for our VirtualBox machine, and then it will let us choose how many processors or virtual processors we will gonna use. Now, in my case, I'll choose 4 GB as a base memory and 4 processors. The next thing we're gonna see is the virtual hard disk, which means that it would let us add a virtual hard disk to the new machine. Now, after that, we're gonna see the summary of everything we have changed, and then voila, we are done. Now, after creating the virtual machine box, we're gonna see the general system, display, storage, audio, network, and all types of details for our VirtualBox machine. Now, I'm gonna open this VirtualBox machine. Now, as you can see, it is starting. Now, after loading, now we're gonna see the BIOS, and I will gonna click the install or the first highlighted text. Now we will just have to wait.
Now it is currently loading, but eventually it will load for us right now. As you can see here, it is asking for our language, so we'll just select English. Now for the next one, it will then show us some options for accessibility and increasing accessibility. We'll just leave that for now, and we'll just proceed. As for the keyboard layout, we'll just select English, then proceed to the internet connection. We'll just go for the wired connection. Then as you can see here, there are options install Ubuntu and try Ubuntu. We will go for install Ubuntu so that we can access the full operating system. The try Ubuntu is only an option to like a sample or lets you take a look or sneak peek at the operating system. So go and proceed and just click on install Ubuntu. So there are two options here. We'll go with select the interactive installation. Since we're only starting, we just go for the basic installation with the steps. Now proceeding with the installation, it will ask us to install some third-party software. Now don't worry, just check the boxes. The software will help us in improving our system and compatibility. Now we'll then proceed to how do we install Ubuntu. Select erase disk and installation. Now don't worry, this will only erase the disk allocated by the VirtualBox to the operating system. This will not actually erase your storage since it's in the VirtualBox. We'll then proceed with the create account where it asks us for some additional information. Let's just put here BSID2F and a password of our choice. Now second to last, it will ask us for our location. Just adjust accordingly and just proceed. Now it will show us a review of our choices of the questions from before. Just press install and wait. Now this will take a while, so just wait till it's finished.
So after loading, you should click restart now and wait for it to load. So after loading, you should click cancel. Then click your account and enter your password. Then click next. Then click next. And choose whether you want to share your system data with Ubuntu. Then click next. Then click finish.
Now that we have successfully installed Ubuntu 24 on a virtual machine, we will be greeted with this menu after startup. First, we need to log in with our account. After successfully logging in, we will be greeted with its home screen, which consists of taskbar at the left side and your applications at your home screen and some functionalities at the top. First, this Ubuntu icon shows all your apps such as clocks, calculator, settings, and all the built-in apps. When you click this button at the upper left side, it shows all of your desktops. And this home icon is your file manager. This shows all of your files in your computer, such as documents, all your downloaded files, music, pictures, and such. And on the upper right side is your quick menu, which shows your battery percentage, system volume, internet, power mode, and your desired style. And also, we have a shortcuts for screenshot, settings, screen off, and your power options. And that is the user interface of Ubuntu 24. Thank you.